What's up guys, Robert Optical Carnivore. Now I want you to take a guess. How much training on nutrition do you think medical doctors get during their whole training period becoming a doctor? Now I want you to take a look at this video. It's frightfully, terrifying, hauntingly scary. Take a look.
Some other treatment, but I wasn't taught how to do lifestyle medicine. I had 30 minutes on nutrition. So yes, it is pretty crazy.
They gave you 30 minutes on nutrition?
Yes.
During which training?
This is medical school, and I got about the same amount on perimenopause and menopause.
Really? I mean, that explains a lot.
First of all, got to give credit where credit's due. She's been completely honest, which is absolutely great, but a lot more people need to come out with this, and a lot more people need to know this. I wasn't shocked because I've known this for quite a while, but to the general public that have sort of like white coat syndrome and they rely on their GP, etc., anyone else in the medical field to give nutritional advice, it's scarily looking like they're very, very undereducated in that subject. Don't get me wrong, if you have an accident or an emergency, go see a doctor. For anything to do with nutritional advice, anything to do with like autoimmune conditions, anything to do with metabolic disorders, it's a shame that a lot of doctors think these are incurable diseases. You know, in the carnivore community, if you go down that rabbit hole, and myself with my clients over a lot of years, we're seeing these conditions that were granted irreversible and uncurable, idiopathic, meaning they don't know the cause. We're seeing complete reversal. People being put into remission with like certain types of kidney diseases and cancers. It's absolutely amazing. MS, neurological disorders, motor neuron disease, you name it. And I'm not making this video to slate doctors. It's what they've been taught. I'm guessing majority of them are in a good place, like they have a good heart and they're working in that environment, in that field, because they want to help people. It's just a shame that they're taught the wrong information. Okay, so they come across as like very, very, very intelligent. In some stuff they will be. But if you're taught the wrong thing, and if you're really like preaching that thing and you get very dogmatic about it, and then something goes against your ideology after decades of telling people one thing and it's the complete opposite, I get it, you're going to be defensive. But a good, moral, ethical person will admit they're wrong, and there are these ones out there. Literally doctors saying, I got it wrong. Look at people like Ken Berry, Tim Noakes saying that you need to carb load, big advocate of that, and then very, very hats off to him, going on stage in front of thousands of people saying they were wrong. And you'll see this pattern happening. It's just a shame that it's only sort of like the minutiae and it's not in the sort of mainstream. But there are doctors out there that are saying, I got it completely wrong. I thought high cholesterol was bad, and now they're saying it's good, and I thought saturated fat was bad, and polyunsaturated fat seed oils were good, and now they're absolutely flipping it on the head. I thought fibre was good, and now they're saying it's bad. It takes a lot of minerals to come out and say I was wrong. Like myself, you have to be open to be wrong. It's the only way we learn, but it's just the honest people that have to admit that they're wrong, especially if they've got like a large audience. So I'm not saying I'm right. I'm saying this is what I believe at this moment in time. Always do your own research, follow common sense rules, and make your own decision. Don't put your life and all the weight in a doctor's hands with 99% of the cases. And like I said, unless it's an accident or emergency, you're allowed to take control. Like, they are human beings. They're just humans. So that's why you get that white coat syndrome. But let's be honest, they're just a human being. Yes, they're very intelligent in certain subjects, but that could be their detriment. When you're that sort of intelligent and then sometimes you get a bit of an ego for it, you daren't admit you were wrong. The main message of this video is take everything they say with a pinch of salt regarding when it comes to anything like diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol, and especially any nutritional advice, whether they give any at all. If you've got some sort of debilitating autoimmune condition, or you don't feel right, you've been diagnosed with fibromyalgia, do you know they're putting these labels on you? They're taught, okay, this problem, you give this medication, here's the side effects, take some more medication for those side effects. Background, it's a system, it's a loop. Are they looking at the root cause, and are they looking to actually cure what's wrong with you? Or are they just are you getting more and more tablets over the years, over the decades? See it all the times with digestive problems like IBS, Crohn's, ulcerative colitis, diverticulitis, constipation, diarrhea, anything to do with that. And they're saying it's nothing to do with diet. Like, literally, that is where your food goes. So if you've got any problem, especially digestive and skin issues, anything to do with that, you're not feeling great, and your doctor hasn't asked about your diet, that is a red flag. Alarm bells are ringing. If you've made it this far in the video, please know I am not saying I am better than a doctor. That is not what I'm saying. I'm just saying they're look at the amount of training they've had in that field. How can they be like an expert and tell you what to put in your body? It's just how the medical system works. They have not been trained to know how to accommodate these modern diseases, and they are. Do you know, 100, 200 years ago, look at when the first heart attack was. I think it was like early 1900s. Like, why didn't we have heart attacks before then? And like, why weren't they recording then? And then cancers, the very modern disease, and what has changed? It's our food supply. Do you know? We had agriculture 15,000 years ago, shot ourselves in the foot with that, putting high grain carbohydrates above and then diluting meat. And then we did it again. We like shot it the other foot, and we had the Industrial Revolution, so the mass refining and bulk production of sugar, flour and oil, like seed oil, vegetable oil, sunflower sap oil, canola oil, rapeseed oil, etc. in everything. And chronic diseases just started climbing and climbing. Heart disease, cancer, stroke, dementia, obesity, diabetes. So maybe, just maybe, it could be something that we're putting in our mouth. I won't stand here all day and tell you the absolute miracle stories that I've had from clients, like literally clients' stomach like riddled in eczema, psoriasis type symptoms. Couple of weeks into working with me, pull the top up, it's completely gone. I've had strange things like people's cat allergies go away, do you know? And then the obvious is like type 2 diabetes, gone. High blood pressure, gone. Not needing medication anymore. This is not medical advice. I have to say you have to do it under the supervision of your doctor. Just make sure your doctor is on board and nutritionally trained, which it's a tough one. IBS, acne, Crohn's, gout, osteoarthritis, anything you can name, like skin tags, sleep, digestion, hair, skin, nails, it just all seems to get better when you're just changing what we put in our body. And it kind of makes sense. Just look at yourself just like a car. Like if I've got a diesel car parked out there and I fill it with petrol, it's not going to work right. Well, let's stop putting low performance fuel and expect to perform and fire on all cylinders. Treat yourself as a supercar. What would you put in it? If you need more help on this, you need some guidance, you need some accountability, you just don't have a clue where to start. There's just so many mixed information. Do you want low carb, high carb, vegan, vegetarian, skinny jab? Please don't. Hire a coach. It doesn't have to be, just have somebody guide you and stick to the plan. Because let's be honest, we don't have a clue. Like, don't be embarrassed or ashamed for asking for help. Like, you wouldn't have a go at fixing your own car and cutting your own hair and doing your own gutters and plumbing your own toilet. I'm guessing not. Like, that is why, like, you hire a professional, and it's exactly the same when it comes to your body. And that is your vehicle. That is your meat vehicle for life. That is more important than materialistic things, okay? Spend your money wisely, invest in yourself, okay? And let's be honest, you can't buy a good body. Hard work has to come with it. You need to be motivated. You need to know your why. You need to have a strong enough goal, and just being an example for your kids, for most people. For me, that is top of the tree. Cheers, guys.